Well, it's a van life chore day, and we are on our way from the campsite all the way into town to get all of our errands done today. So come along, because this day turned out way more unnecessarily stressful than usual. Let's see. Coffee has been acquired. It's amazing how hot it is in the city versus where I'm camped. I thought I was going to be able to run a lot of errands. I don't think that's going to be the case today. I was going to try and even take a shower today, but it's been like 2 weeks since I've had one, so I really desperately need one. And I'm lucky I found a spot in the shade, so I will be running in very fast into Planet Fitness and taking a shower to wash my butt. It's kind of hard to bring a camera in there because I don't have a lock for a locker. I usually just hang my bag outside the shower. I'm not going to be bringing my camera in there. I hope that's okay. End of discussion. Cheers. That's better. I've got the fan going for Sparrow, as you can see in the background. This little fan is linked in my Amazon shop if you're interested. Yeah, that's the kind of day I'm having. I'm gonna go pick out some clothes and get this show on the road. First things first, I have to get my gym bag dug out from under the bed. And it's back there because it's been a couple weeks since I've last had a shower, so all the things have gone in front of it. I have picked out this. It's overalls. They're wonderful. I love these things. I picked these up in Quartzsite last year or year before. They're super lightweight and baggy, and they're just comfortable for running errands. They're not great when you live in a van and you have to pee in a cup. I guess if they had like easier arms to take down, but these button and they're not stretchy. I'm in the city today and there's bathrooms around, so we're okay. All right, let's dig this bag out. This means we have to move everything out of the way. All of a sudden I realized there was another van lifer outside, sitting in his van with the engine running, watching me. He was trying to tell me about a shady parking spot nearby, but I was already in the shade, so I just shut the door in his face. It's not okay to stand outside someone's van and look into it. You wouldn't do that to someone in a car. Okay, gym bag acquired. Prepared for this if you're thinking of doing van life. Happens all the time. This is called the van life shuffle. It's where we put everything in front of everything else and rearrange it as we go. And it would be great if I had built like a big long drawer to just throw everything in, but then I wouldn't be able to access what's on the like side of the drawers, right? Without pulling the drawer out entirely. So if anyone has like a great design idea, like I'm all for it, but I have not found a way to reach all the nooks and crannies without shuffling things around in a van. It's just the way it is. I have this kind of halter top thing I'm gonna wear underneath this. I don't care that it doesn't match. I'm over it. My shampoos, soap, and everything's in here that I need. I have my shower shoes. Look at how dirty they are. Like, I'm just gonna wear these into the shower and call it a day. That way they get washed at the same time and my feet don't touch the ground. Sparrow, have you seen my phone? So it was up here. It's not here, but I'm gonna keep looking for it. Oh, look, here it is, where it shouldn't be, because it hasn't, it's even on. How did it get turned on, you ask? I don't know, but yay, we found it. I might just take all this out and just do a voiceover because I realize I've had far too much coffee and I do believe it affects my anxiety. You're not alone if you have anxiety, so do I. And I'm on YouTube and social media, so yeah. Sometimes I want to burn the van down. All right, guys, that's it. I'm gonna go into Planet Fitness now. Off we go. Oh, I feel so much better after that. There's nothing like a good shower. I'm gonna put some coconut oil on and then we gotta go get some water. I really don't know what every tap water is gonna be like in every city I'm in, so I like to do the self-serve refill jugs. It's a little more expensive than free water, but it tastes better too. Okay, the next errand for the day is the post office. There's a long line, so we've gotta wait. So I'm gonna wiggle around and try to get the anxiety out from all the freaking coffee I've had, wiggle my toes, and record it. Definitely record it. I also like listening to the conversations people have in the post office line. I'm just here to mail out some orders for sage. Do you need some sage? There's a link in the caption. Okay, that wasn't so bad. We got our packages mailed and now we're back at the van. Well, hi! You gonna drive? Are you a good boy? You're so good. And now we're at Walmart. What the is going on in this bag? I'll get that in a minute. Yep, can't do it. Alrighty. This is my favorite, you guys. Actually, those are my favorite. I could eat a whole bag in one sitting. Don't play me. I'll do it. Is that a challenge? Let's see how much they are. Oh, $2.49. I can't do it yet. I can't justify it. It's only August. What is this magic? It's going in the cart right now. Yep. Okay, at this point, I'm beginning to lose my mind. It's time to beeline it to the checkout. Thank goodness this line is moving fast. All right, let's check out and get the f*** out of here. When I get back to the van, I take a picture of my receipt, my Fetch app. You earn points through it and you get money back. Sparrow's just about had it with running errands today, huh, buddy? Me too, dude. That bed's looking real good right now. Finishing up some of the stuff that's in the fridge that's almost gone. Yeah, I share a spoon with my dog, I don't care. I'll leave some like black walnuts later to like kill the parasites, whatever. I'm gonna finish that. I'm just gonna give him the whole thing. Just gonna let him chow. I'm tired. I hate errand days. I put them off as long as I can. I get up really early and run into town so I can do most of it while it's cool. But it never gets done. Never. It never gets done. It's always like noon before I'm done. Awful, and I don't want to be doing this anymore. I've gone to the post office. I've gone to one grocery store. I've gotten water. I've got coffee. And I took a shower at Planet Fitness. So, I mean, I'm banging it out. I'm just done. This thing was $5 freaking. I could have gotten like 3 creamies in Vermont for that price. And they would have been maple flavored too. But like, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do, man. All right, let's get the out of the city and go back to camp because I'm exhausted and I want to eat this ice cream really bad. So we're gonna do that on the way back. Oh, wow. And I decided to eat it before I even started driving. Yeah, I've had way better, but they just don't have creamy stands out here. It's like a thick shake. It's pretty good, but I'm not gonna pay $5 for it again. You give Sparrow some? Here you go. Oh yeah, that's good, huh? Some more out there. I know, babe, I know. Yeah, that's that good stuff, huh? Good boy. So I just got back to the campsite and look what's on my bin. Let's see what it says. Chair bins tarps. Has been observed or we have received complaint concern. Okay, off. Well, I'm glad you left your name, you piece of shit. Your attention is directed statements below. Abandoned property. I've been gone for a few hours. I'm gonna call this mother right now. Obviously, this is not abandoned property. There's water here. A perfectly good tarp. And I've only been gone since this morning. The Forest Service can... Okay, I'm a little stressed out right now. A lot. Anxiety at an all-time high. I'm gonna eat something, calm down, and then we're gonna talk about this. And it says, warning, the vehicle or property, and it says description. And then somebody wrote in, chair, bins, tarps, etc. has been observed or we have received a complaint concerning its presence at the forest road that I'm on. And it has today's date. And the time that it was written was a quarter after noon. I got here at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I left this morning. It hasn't been abandoned, but it says the officer's name. And I did call the number that there's a number at the bottom of this. And they had no idea who that officer was. So I looked up his name. It turns out he's only been on, he's like a Department of Ag Forest Service tech. He's not even an officer. He's just a newbie trying to do his job like a big boy. I found pictures of him and everything. But it says your attention is directed to the statements marked below. You must remove this vehicle or property immediately or it may be impounded. You may also be subject to criminal and or civil prosecution. It has a bunch of boxes and one of them is checked and it says abandoned property. It is not abandoned. If you even looked under the tarp at all, you would see that there's a 5-gallon jug filled with water. Nobody's gonna leave that much water in the high desert alone in a campsite unless they're coming back to it. The bins are filled with things. The chair is brand new. The tarps are brand new. The table is in great condition. There's nothing like trash or garbage or anything. I'm super careful about that. In fact, that's one of the reasons I was going into town today was to bring my garbage with me. There was even one of Sparrow's balls was in the chair. No clothes scattered anywhere. Everything was tucked away, put neatly under the tarp, waiting for me. It was not abandoned property. This notice is an indication to officers that your vehicle or property has been checked For additional information, call the Forest Service. So there's a number down here, which obviously I called. Did it do any good? No. I have only been here for 10 days. The limit here is 14. I will be staying my full 14 days. But now that I'm like calmed down, I'm just kind of chilling in the campsite, and I'm gonna eat some chips about it. I already ate 2 cake pops about it, so it's gonna be hard to poop later. The Forest Service definitely does their rounds, especially because it's a 14-day limit for camping here. And the fact that they waited until I was gone to put that sticker on my stuff shows me that they've been watching me, because I've seen the vehicles. It has the little Forest Service emblem on the side of the white trucks. They go up and down here. They waited for me to leave. They've seen me camping here. And I've left before, just one day, but of course I had to run errands. Nothing was abandoned to leave it for a couple hours so you can go get water and groceries. I'm just disgusted with them right now, especially because I'm literally watching them decimate this forest around me. They call it management. They call it forest fire prevention. They thin out the trees, yet they leave stumps, they leave trunks, they leave brush, they leave all kinds of flammable wood chips all over the ground that would go up in smoke within moments. Does that look like fire prevention to you? No. Looks like lumber. I'm a little bit livid because they're literally decimating the forest all around me with their logging operations. There's been trucks using their engine brakes the whole way down the mountain road. You can see that the animals get scared. I get scared. Sparrow gets scared. They kick up dust, they pollute, and they leave all these. I'll show you. Sparrow is running around chasing the squirrels from tree to tree. It's quite hilarious. It's been a long, rough day. I can't believe that I left for about 3 hours. Well, maybe a little bit longer than that. Like, I got back around like a little bit after noon. It was probably 1 or 2. And I did leave pretty early, but I had a lot of errands to run. So I did leave some things at the campsite, and apparently that was not acceptable by the forest people. This is one of the areas right across from the campsite that they just recently finished their quote-unquote forest management. The amount of debris that they leave in their wake is just as flammable, if not more so, because those trees will be dead soon. If you know about these ponderosa pines, they have a natural flame deterrent bark. They put up a fight before they catch on fire. Those leftover trunks, they look like rejects from a logging operation for lumber. You see the orange slash marks on the trees? It's common for Public Works Department as well as government agencies to mark trees that are either to be left or permitted for removal for lumber. Because they go through the forest and scope out the straightest trees to get the most lumber out of each one. I know, they tell us it's management. They tell us that it's forest fire prevention for them to thin out the trees. But have you ever seen the aftermath of a forest fire? Public land? Go in with their logging trucks, because the fire has conveniently burned off all the brush, and the bark has protected the tree trunk, making it so easy for them to collect lumber. Maybe I'm wrong, but what do you think? Do you think they're really preventing forest fires? Or are they just taking advantage of the U.S. forests, like they do with fracking, oil drilling, and pipelines? And if you work for the USDA, I'd be interested in hearing your opinion and point of view. So let us know in the comments. If you made it to the end, I want to thank you for spending all this time with me here on YouTube. It really helps to watch all the way through, so if you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing and liking this video. And if you're interested in more van life tips, hacks, DIYs, and some secret posts with exclusive content, as well as live access, don't forget to check out my Patreon. The link is in the caption. Thank you so much for tuning in.